My name's Andrea Burazor. I'm from Montenegro originally, but I've grown up here in the Illawarra, and I'm currently studying a Bachelor of Computer Science. We moved over here in 1992 from the Balkans. I grew up in the Illawarra with a strict Balkan family who encouraged me to originally study a Bachelor of Commerce, so that's what I did fresh out of school. I ended up kind of flip-flopping around. I worked in industry in a few different companies over the years and ended up traveling for quite a significant part of my life. So I spent some time in Peru volunteering, some time in London, in Dubai, and backpacking Europe. And on this last trip in Europe, I happened to meet quite a lot of software engineers, which is a bit random. But I just kind of fell in love with the idea of being able to work remotely, the inherent nature of problem solving in computer science, and kind of made up my mind, packed my bags, came home, enrolled in the computer science course here at UOW. 2 weeks later I was sitting lectures. So like I said, I grew up in the Illawarra. I studied my first degree here, and despite not being much of a finance person, I did enjoy the experience of being on this campus. The teaching quality was really great. It just seemed like an obvious choice for me to come back here. One of the staff members in the Faculty of Computer Science, Dr. Mark Freeman, prompted myself and my group members to apply. We had approached him earlier with our own idea for a capstone project, and he thought it would be a perfect opportunity to use that project to apply for the 10K Club. So yeah, we did just that. The application itself, the process of applying was really seamless, but the effort that we had to put into the application was quite intensive in terms of creative effort. So the first stage was putting together a video. It was kind of a pitching / marketing video that explained the product that we were pitching, and along with that we wrote a report that served as sort of a business case. So yeah, it was a really great experience to do something like that. We'd never done that before. So finding good people to study with and people who match the way that you study is really quite difficult. So the idea kind of came from that. It's a group study app that helps connect students for peer-to-peer learning. The idea behind it would be you could open your app, you could either search for somebody within your subject to study with immediately, or to form a study group with, and it could intelligently match other people from your degree or your course with you, based on your schedule, based on your WAM, and a number of different characteristics and factors. So yeah, that's the idea. So Matt is just a really friendly and open, very direct kind of person. So so far we've had a couple of conversations with him, and his main focus has always been on think about the end user first. No matter what you think about your idea, validate. Make sure that your minimum viable product is exactly what the user wants. So that's been a really good perspective to have. And just in general, he's been really open to receiving our questions, always an absolute well of advice. So yeah, it's been really good, very approachable, very easy to work with as well. So the scholarship is the Do Your Thing scholarship offered at UOW, and it is essentially a $1,000 cash grant for a female developer studying a Bachelor of Computer Science in her 3rd year at UOW. Very excited to win, very excited to hear that that money was coming in that could help sort of purchase a new laptop and other tools that were going to help. It's just a really amazing and generous thing to support women in this very heavily male-dominated and burgeoning industry. Sometimes as a woman in these industries, you can feel like you're constantly having to prove that you deserve a place at the table. So to have that support from the sponsors to ensure that we can continue to give our best in this industry is really great. It's hard to say. At the moment, it feels like I've fallen naturally into front-end development. What I really want to do is to specialise in one area and then eventually move into leadership roles, project management, that sort of thing. But sky's the limit, who knows? I think it's really important to get more representation from women in the computer science industry. A funny little fact I learnt recently was that women in general, the reason that they don't enter these fields is not because they can't or they don't have the capability, but because they have strong skills in other areas like communicating well and generally better than their male counterparts, which means that they kind of direct themselves towards careers that value those skills. And now there's quite a big skill gap in communication and being kind of more social in the computer science industry that women can definitely feel like having that extra perspective and that ability to kind of like just translate computer science language to layman's terms is really valuable. So I feel like there's really no reason not to do it. I think that it's a evolving industry, and despite being male dominated, it appears to me that it's an industry that really values different perspectives. In general, my advice to anyone who has a passion, if that passion happens to be computer science, there should be no reason, there should be nothing that stops you from pursuing that passion.